The Way of Water broke the internet in many ways, but Twitter summoned an entire storm to dig up how racist the movie is. James Cameron has been feeling the heat lately. Apparently, if you didn't pick up on the hints of racism and cultural appropriation, you've been watching the wrong movie. One user on Twitter called to boycott the entire thing, and that movement now has around 37,000 likes. If you were like us, you're probably wondering, Avatar has a bunch of blue people. How is that racist to anyone? Ahem. For your information, the movie is based on the Lakota tribe. It's no secret that the indigenous tribe of the Na'vi is kinda problematic, and it's kinda because of Jake Sully. He's the white knight of the movie, and ironically, he is a Caucasian man. He becomes the chief of the entire tribe since he's so much better than everyone else and fights off all the bad humans. The entire theme is around colonization and a white man being the symbol of rebellion against it. Seems kinda unfair and racist, right? But it's not like Cameron would admit to the very weird relationship between the Lakota people and the Na'vi. Psych, that's exactly what he did. A resurfaced interview from Cameron's Twitter account is getting him in trouble. He said he supported the Xingu people of Brazil, who were fighting against the hydroelectric dam being built in the Amazon. Literally, a real-life Avatar war, but nobody is denying the similarities. North American history plays a huge part in how the movie is shaped, but what the director said next kinda crossed the line. He said he really thought that if the Lakota Sioux tribe had fought harder, they would have won against their colonizers. Yeah, he said that. It's true that in present times, people of the Lakota tribe have the highest rates of suicides, and things kinda seem hopeless for them. But obviously they can't be blamed since they were abused and violated by the oppressors who were in a position of power. Cameron believes they would have resisted if they knew how bad things would have gone for their children. But the response seems to be mixed on the internet. Some fans defended the franchise. A lot of people didn't get how you could get butthurt over a mythical race of creatures, because apparently the entire point of the movies was to comment on the terrible treatment of cultures from colonization. Greed and power are the main themes of the franchise, and how anyone could take away from that and make it all about themselves seemed to really annoy people on Twitter. Jake Sully was supposed to be someone who learns how to accept how wrong he was, instead of being the representation of the white colonizer. Cameron agreed and said that although he based them on the colonial period, it's supposed to be in a positive light. The movie tries to open the eyes of the viewers and show us how this kind of stuff is still happening. The director wanted to prevent conflict and show people how they could live in harmony with the world. Doesn't really seem like a racist message, but people still peg it as a case of the classic white man savior complex. He managed to tell a profound story. Cameron's films have always had politically charged themes. However, these are politics on which most people can agree. Few would argue against a message about cleaning our oceans or conserving whales. A safe, straightforward statement that doesn't upset anyone. He tried to piece together a message that everyone can agree on, which is refreshing in today's political climate. He also pokes fun at selfish Earthlings for attempting to conquer Pandora, but at least he provides them with a reason for their activities. Earth has long since decayed, and humanity requires a new home, and Pandora provides all they need. He never defends the RDA's behavior, but he does pose an intriguing question for us. Would you accept an anti-aging medicine even if it meant butchering alien whales on a moon millions of miles away? Avatar is more complex than many people realize, and people don't give it enough credit. But the internet still can't get over Blueface. If you don't know, that's the term given to his culturally inappropriate Na'vi people. The director eventually broke his silence, but he was caught off guard. The man went on stage for his publicity tour, but while he was on stage, he looked like he was about to pop a vein in his head. Just straight up mad for no reason. And we couldn't figure out what seemed to be the problem. But that was until he came off the stage. He said he was doing like 20 to 30 interviews every day and didn't know about what was building up. And what happened next was just terrible. A dolphin show. Cameron, being such an environmentalist, said that ideally, he would have liked consent from the dolphins to be part of the show. That was a joke, I think. On top of that, he's an open vegan, so obviously, people were mad that he even attended a show where animal cruelty like that was happening. The Monterey Bay Aquarium didn't tell him that they were going to include a dolphin show, so he was completely caught off guard. And the poor guy found out the moment he had left the stage. At that time, he didn't say anything, probably because he didn't want to cause an incident for the aquarium. Cameron faced a lot of backlash online. It got so bad that the PETA US senior president got involved. Lisa Lang said that Cameron made his new movie in 13 years. So why didn't he wait just a few minutes to see what the aquarium was planning to do as he went on stage? Very, very fair point by PETA. By being there, he kinda endorsed the cruelty of those marine parks. Some people trolled him on the internet and said that his being there was like he slaughtered those animals himself, putting those animals in those huge tanks of water and using them like surfboards kinda reminded me of that. Something exactly like what General Quaritch would do. This just made things worse as people started imagining the worst with the director. So, is he even vegan? You'll be surprised to find out that the director has actually been since 2012. I've been a vegan. He first started his plant-based diet because he believed in a better future. That better future doesn't seem like it's one where dolphins need to be set free, apparently. Just kidding, Cameron. We know you're a nice guy. He is quite outspoken against all things related to making a better future for humanity. And that includes gun violence too. He said that his new movie would have actually run like 10 minutes longer if he hadn't put his foot down and cut out all those scenes. 10 minutes of cut scenes. And that makes Cameron a voice on gun violence now. He said he was sick of the fetishization of guns that was so common in the US. Even went as far as to say that he wished he hadn't made some of the movies he had made before. So obviously the director didn't win any hearts for his comments. Just sounded like social media speak, like he was saying anything to better his reputation. Safe to say, his cultural appropriation in Avatar: The Way of Water didn't go unnoticed. That was it for James Cameron being under fire for past comments. See you in the next video.